Okay.
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna.
trust live because every single time we do this, we go, "Are we live? Are we live?" I'm just gonna trust it, and I'm just gonna say hello, everyone, and welcome to Project Earthwork on this Earth Day, 22nd of April. I hope you're all well. My name is Ceryn, and this is the wonderful Yolandi, and we hope that you're all good, and we're excited to be with you today.
Oh yes, and like yeah, every time we do this, it's like, so yeah, I think I can see on my phone it's just saying we've gone live, so that's really cool. Okay, so yeah, welcome everyone, and I'm very excited to be here. It's been a weird day. It's again, it's been a weird month. I mean, we've gone through the eclipses, we've gone through this conjunction on the weekend, and we're moving into full moon tomorrow night. And Karen and I were just like, whoa, it's like it's a lot. So it's been a big one.
It has been a big one, and it's really interesting, isn't it? Because I think that I don't know about you. I remember when I first started leaning into astrology and everything that astrology has had to offer. I would go through these phases where I'd be like, life was so much easier when I didn't know it was going to be a full moon, when I didn't know it was an eclipse. It's almost like the more aware we become of the energy, the more we can feel it. And I think that can be really tough. And it can put us in a place of going, sod it, I'm going back. If I had a pound for every single time I had said, I'm packing it all in and going to work on a checkout in Asda, then I probably wouldn't need to work full stop ever again. But it can be so easy to just be like, I want to go back to that place of not knowing, to that place of not being quite so in tune with the energies, because it seems to have brought up a lot of shit this past however many years, but this past month or so, especially, and not just for us as individuals, but for the whole of the world, right? That's
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think, but it's also, it makes me so happy because I'm just like, oh, remember this, look at that. It's just like, and then like once I'm through it, I'm like, oh, thank God that's done, right? And I feel like this also tunes into like what we want to speak about tonight because we've been talking about like giving back to the earth. So we had this really interesting and enlightening conversation today about like what do we give back to the earth. And so we were talking about like all our shit that's come up and everything that's come up. So Karen, I'm going to hand over to you and you can start the conversation because it was just like ping, one of those moments we had.
Yeah, it's really interesting because we spoke initially about giving back to the earth and what do we want to say by that. And I think it's really easy for us to sit there and say giving back to the earth means sitting there with our hands on the soil and kind of going, I'm sending all of my love into the earth. The earth is receiving all of my heart energy. And that's beautiful. There is a beauty in that. And if you want to do that, do it as much as you like and as often as you like because it's gorgeous. And let's not forget that that's only part of the story. That's only one tiny little bit of the story. Because actually, what is it tangibly that we know the earth really benefits from? Let's be really, really blunt here. When we breathe out and we let go of the things that actually would be toxic to us if we held on to it, to that carbon dioxide, it's what the trees need to survive. It is our waste product that the trees survive on. Let's be even more blunt. Yolandi was laughing at me before because I was saying I'm quite premenstrual and I'm very blunt today. So, sorry.
Yay!
What makes your roses grow the best? Shit. So when we are carrying something within us that feels, and let me tell you, for half an hour before we got on this call, I was walking Lagatha like that. I was like, everything feels so heavy. And I don't think I can do this call because I just feel burdened and heavy and low. Actually, what does the earth really benefit from? The stuff that we can't hold anymore, the stuff that we need to release, or it'll be toxic for us. And I think that's kind of where we came to, isn't it, Yolandi, is in her ability to alchemize.
Yeah. And I think, like one of the things that really struck me, like when I was doing the shamanic, like learnings and stuff when I was in Ecuador, is like the shamans keep speaking about like giving it to the earth, giving it to the earth, giving your pain to the earth, giving your like all your shit to the earth, right? And I was like, why do we do this? And there's this ability of the earth to alchemize it. And so if you think about like, say the leaves are falling on the ground, that like rot becomes something, it becomes mulch, it becomes this beautiful fertile like fertilizer that makes everything else then grow in spring. If you think about like animals dying and their bones and their flesh going back into the earth, and it, you know, it just fertilizes everything. And it's like, it's so true. So all of what we can push into the earth is creating fertilization for growth and all of that, and on an energetic level as well, right? Like it's not just a physical thing, but there's an energy here about like us releasing and her transmuting that energy, and then we start working on an energetic level as well. So I was just like, oh my god, this is so amazing, because what can we give to the earth tonight? Yes, like Ceryn says, like light and all that good shit. Because I was like tuning in and I'm like, yes, but there's stuff in me that wants to come out. There's stuff in me that wants to go to the earth, and she wants it. She wants it from me.
And I wonder what, you know, I keep, as we're talking, I keep thinking about the Persephone story. I keep thinking about the idea of us going into the underworld. And this sense of, you know, we have this, I've been working a lot, well, for years, but certainly recently I've been thinking a lot about how we live cyclically. And even then, we talk a lot about our human lives as being that bit of almost like birth to death, of course, of being that bit that is out in the light. We don't talk about the bit that is death to the creation of something new, that is that sort of mulch becoming fertilizer, or, you know, dead leaves becoming mulch, becoming fertilizer. And yet that's what goes on under the surface of the earth. If we really want to get into the archetypes of this, the queen of the underworld, what does she do? The queen of the underworld takes the dead and she gives them a home. She gives them a home in which beauty comes, in which gold can be found, in which, and we can talk about that as being our shadows. We can talk about that as being like the things that happen, you know, in the dead of night, the things that happen in the winter. We can talk about all of that stuff. But if we're going to get really, really deep into the idea of the cycles of nature, we need to actually go into what happens between death and the start of something new. This bit that's down here, this bit that none of us, and I say, bear in mind, I say this as somebody who's been practicing as a medium for the last 20 years. We are not physically going to be in that within these bodies. We're not, you know, we can talk to it, we can connect with it, we can work with it, we can welcome its wisdom into our lives. It's not something that we fundamentally are going to actually touch and be in this life. And yet, it is still an energy that is a part of everything, that is a part of us.
Yes.
Every time we eat a plant out of the earth, it has been fed and nourished by the bones of those who've come before us. The people, the animals, the plants, the trees, right the way back to the very dawn of time.
Yeah.
And like, that's a power.
Yeah. 100%. And I'm just like, and there's that like that resurrection aspect as well. Like it's like that movement and then that like sprouting, right? Like that, like everything that happens and then it's like, you know, that's like, I don't know, this like expansion that then happens again. It's like the flower coming up out of the soil. It's the plant like growing again. And we get so flippant about rebirth, right? We keep saying, oh, I've just been through a major death and rebirth and blah, blah, blah. Like, have you really? Like, have you gone and really given yourself to the earth? Have you gone and really given all of you to that death experience and really resurrected yourself? And can you do that in conjunction with the earth? Are you allowing her to hold you and move you through that process? Because if we really, really think about it, like how often do we journey with the earth through that major rebirth process that we go through?
So true. It's making me think, you know, I did a course a little while ago and the lady in it was talking about the idea of how we can go through rebirths that are rebirths of our own self. And that's a really emotional process. And that requires us to look back to the very sort of germinated idea of who we are and go back to it. And then we can go through these rebirths of the whole of our existence, which require us to break down the entire structure of everything we know of the world and of life and of existence. And the way she described it, which I thought was really beautiful, was if we look back to 2020, 2020 was in some ways a massive rebirth experience for all of us, because we were suddenly faced with this situation. We were suddenly put in this place where everything that we you know, all of the ways we did life suddenly just stopped. Overnight, they stopped. And we were left to question, well, what really is important? What really is possible? If everything changed and never went back tomorrow, how would I live? What would my life look like? And there were positives of that and there were negatives of that, of course. And in the time since, what she said, which I thought was beautiful, was in some senses, that year, 2020, was not the hardest bit. The hardest bit was what came afterwards, because the harder bit is when we've broken down all the structures, then going, okay, how do we rebuild the new? And what if just for today, just for right now, in this next couple of hours that we're spending together, and on this night, as we all, when the time comes for us to step out of this space and move out into a night that is going to be all about giving back to the earth, what if we didn't worry about rebuilding? What if for just this moment we gave it all to the earth and fed her with what she needs, fed her with that beautiful heaviness that she is so adept at turning into gold, with that beautiful pain that she is so adept at turning into beauty, with that beautiful grief that she is so adept at turning into new life and love. And then we let her do the next bit, so that when we wake up tomorrow, wherever we may be in the world and whenever you may be listening to this, so that when we wake up tomorrow, we know that we've given something back and we've released something in doing that. Because this is what it's meant to be. We're all part of, we are not separate from the earth. She is us and we are her. That's when things started to go wrong, is when we forgot that. So what if we just gave those bits of us to her and let her work her magic now?
Yeah. Allow ourselves to be fully guided by her as we wake up tomorrow, because we have lost that, we're so structured, like these masculine brains of ours are like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Da, 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 da. It's just like trust that she holds you, like she holds every single thing on this freaking beautiful planet, like every single day. The trees aren't going, am I going to grow? The flowers aren't going, am I going to... It's like, yes, I will hold you. Yes, I will make you grow. Yes, I will feed you. Yes. So, oh, babe, that's so beautiful. I love that. Okay, I'm so going to lean into that and just allow myself to literally wake up and, be. It's so beautiful. Okay, well, I reckon on that note, let's start. But also on that note, and speaking about that deep connection with Gaia, we just want to quickly drop something before we start, is that if you have been following us, you will probably have noticed that we are going on about Glastonbury in September. So during the equinox, we will be running a 2-day workshop there, and it will be myself, Ceryn, and Charlie, all three of us, in a room together with you, sat and making some fantastic magic. And we are speaking about reawakening the Gaia within, and we would love to see you there. So it's 2 days with us, locked in a room, and then locked on the land as well, because we'll be journeying out on the land. And we'd love for you to come and join us. So put it in your diaries, book your tickets. It's 2-day workshop, the 21st and the 22nd. We're going to be there on that powerful, powerful equinox as well. So get your butts there and get your tickets, and we'd love to see you there as well.
And it's a really beautiful time, as we're talking about this autumn equinox, as it will be in Glastonbury at that time, is a really beautiful time to be there, to be on the land. It's just a lush time to be there, and we're really excited to go and do this. This will be the first kind of longer than about an hour Project Earthwork event we have done in person together. And we're super, super excited about it. The ideas are already flowing. And I know, Charlie, who is being guardian of the comments section this evening, and is doing a wonderful job of it. Charlie is, I know, already coming up with loads of brilliant things that she's going to have for her bit. I've got to be honest, I'm not that organised, but I'm still really excited about it. We're talking about the waterways of the earth and how that links to your lymphatic system. We're going to be talking about I've forgotten what I'm talking about. What are we talking about?
You're doing ancestors, I'm doing ley lines, Charlie's doing water.
Ancestral connections and how that links into our bloodlines and all of that stuff. Yolandi's going to be talking about the ley lines of the earth and how that links into our consciousness and all of these things. It's really powerful stuff, and it's the kind of stuff that we've been journeying with since we started this project, and have been kind of going, is this okay to share? It's probably too much to share in one of these kind of hour 90-minute sessions that we do with you online. What we really need is people in a room to be able to really share this magic and get into it all together. And then we need to be out connecting with the land and sharing it with the land. And there is no better place to do that than Glastonbury. So we're really, really excited about it, and we would totally love to sharing it with you.
Yes, so please get your butts there. Buy your tickets, come with us. It's going to be so much fun as well. We're really, really quite fun when we get together, the three of us. So you want to see this. So like buy your tickets and come. Okay, fabulous. So I reckon, yeah, let's unless there's anything else, I reckon let's start our journey together.
Let's do it. Yeah. So as always, let's just start by getting nice and comfy. Wherever you are listening to this, just get yourself nice and cozy, nice and comfy. Oh, I suddenly went very big. If you are able to close your eyes, then it would be really lovely to do that. But equally, if it's not safe for you to do that, don't worry, you'll still get some magic. But I will be closing my eyes. So if you are able to, just allow your eyes to come to a gentle close and let yourself have a good shuffle and a wriggle as you get comfy. And just start by bringing all of your attention to your breath. And as you breathe, just remember what we just spoke about then. Letting yourself breathe in the support that is all around you. Breathe in that beautiful fresh air, that nourishment that this gorgeous planet and everything on it provides us with. Allowing it to enter your body and to just work its magic. And then when you're ready, releasing the out breath. And knowing that as you release the out breath, we never feel any shame about that, any guilt about that. We don't go through life holding our breath so as not to put carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, do we? We put it out there knowing that it will be taken, that it will be transformed into something else, that we are playing our part in the ecosystem by doing what we do. With each breath that we take in, and allow ourselves to be nourished. And each breath that we let out, we allow the plants around us to feel the same. Breathing in, we bring ourselves all the way into our bodies. We remember that this is as much a part of our role here as humans as anything else we can say or do. And in a sense, this is the most important part of our role here as humans. To just breathe out and nourish those around us. And as you continue to breathe, let that breath bring you into your body, bring you into this moment, bring you into that sense of oneness with the plants and the animals, with the earth and the sky. And as you continue to breathe, I'm going to start by calling in that circle around us. Calling it in across time and space, so that whenever you are listening to this and wherever you are listening to this, you know that you are held, that you are safe, and that you are protected. As we call out to the east and to the air, to imagination, to wisdom, to intuition, to the power of our dreams and the power of our wishes, to the birds and to the butterflies, to the gentle breezes and the great big gales, and to that breath, that constant breath that is so often what powers everything on this planet, that is what carries us forward into the next moment, the next step, that is what anchors us into the here and now. To the east, to the air, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. Then turning to the south, we call out to the south and to the fire, to action, to creativity, to passion, to warmth, to illumination, to candle flames, to bonfires, to wildfires. We call out to those sparks of inspiration we share with one another, to the way that they are fanned and create great change, great movement. We call out to the dragons and to the volcanoes, and we call out to the sun, which is the life force of everything on this planet and beyond. To the south and to the fire, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the west, we call to the west and to the water. We call to those great streams of consciousness that move through every part of our planet, that make this planet all that it is, to that water that came to us from the stars and enabled our planet to build life, that is the original, something shared with her that allowed her to turn it into something beautiful, to create from what was shared with her from beyond. We call to the ebb and the flow of the tides, to the nourishment and the release of the rains, to the emotion and the powerful, powerful feeling of our tears, and we call to the depths and the reflection of the lakes. To the west and the water, to the whales and the dolphins, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And finally, we turn to the north, turning to the north and the earth. We call out to the trees and the plants, to the animals, to the rocks, to the caves, to the mountains. We call out to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to nourishment, and to abundance. We call out to those fallen leaves just as much as we call out to those fresh new buds. We call out to that dark earth that lies beneath the grasses. We call out to that deep, deep oil that lies even further down beneath that. We call out to those ancestors whose energy is held within the soil, within the rock, within the oil. We thank this earth for all that it brings us, and to the north and the earth, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And as we draw that circle around us by east, by south, by west, by north, and back to east, we call in a circle of protection, a circle of connection and of wisdom, a circle of understanding and of alchemy, and a circle in which all can be released in the highest good of all, and most of all in the highest good of our earth. For that is what brings us together. That is what always brings us together, is our desire and our aim to support her in every moment and in everything that we do, and to give thanks. And into that circle, we invite the center, soul, space, spirit, and ether. We invite our guides and our helpers, our teachers and our inspirers, our ancestors of blood, of soul, of stars, of heart, and of lineage. We invite all of those who come from the unseen realms and wish to join with us in our endeavor to support the earth. We invite them to join with us now, sharing with us the love and the guidance of spirit, the wisdom and the power of soul, the vast, limitless potential of space, and the great mysteries of ether, the great mysteries of the dark. And in that place, in that moment, in that space that is this circle, just allow ourselves to sit for just a moment and feel what it is to be held by the earth. Feel what it is to be held in this body of yours, to be held by gravity. You know, so often we forget, we think of gravity as being science, but what is gravity but an example of the earth's embrace, of the way she holds us all to her, keeps us all safe, reminds us that we are hers and she is ours. And so in that moment, let's feel our weight upon the earth, our weight within our bodies, and to feel that weight as evidence of love, as evidence of how we are held. And if you can, start to feel those roots that come down from your body, down through the chair that you're resting on, or whatever surface you're resting on, down through whatever building you're in, and down into the earth beneath you, down through the soil and the stone, down through the rock, all those layers of the rock that are the history of our planet, that are the footsteps of our ancestors, down through the rivers and the streams beneath the earth's surface that are those streams of consciousness, that are that wisdom, down through the caves and the caverns of the inner earth that will whisper the secrets to us if only we're willing to hear them, down through the ring of fire, of lava that surrounds the very heart of our planet, and down into that deep, deep core of the earth. It's said that if we go down deep enough into the core of the earth, we will find an expanse that is just pure darkness. Perhaps we could say that it's here more than anywhere, that we're allowed to release, because it's in that darkness that potential lives. It's from that darkness at the centre of the earth that everything within this planet and upon this planet is born. And so as you follow your own roots down through all those layers, I invite you to see and feel yourself in that place that is simply just darkness, the most nourishing darkness you have ever felt. And allow yourself to feel that you are in the embrace of Gaia here. That it is Gaia herself who is the queen of the underworld, of the overworld, of everything that is this planet. And here, now in this moment, you are in her embrace, sitting at her feet, listening to her wisdom, listening to it through the beat of your own heart, through the remembrance that we are all children of this planet. As you breathe, let your attention come into your rhythms, the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your heart, the rhythm of the earth around, all around you. Let it remind you of that steady rhythm that is there throughout everything. That even when the structures around us may seem like they're falling, that even when uncertainty seems to reign, there is a rhythm to life. There is a rhythm to earth. And so in this place, perhaps you see yourself putting your hands down onto this black surface in this black space, and allowing yourself to release anything and everything that needs to come into the earth, to give back to her anything and everything that has become too heavy to carry, anything and everything that is too much for your human body, too heavy for your human soul, too big for your human heart, knowing that she can take it all, that in this vast expanse of her own heart, of her own womb, of her own being, Gaia can take all of it. See yourself giving that in any way you need. Maybe you're sitting, maybe you're lying, maybe you fall to the earth with the weight of it and simply allow the earth to take it, knowing that she is grateful, honored to be in this relationship with you, to be able to hold you as she does. Grateful for you holding her also. And as we sit in this space, as this flow of energy begins to move deeply and powerfully between you and Gaia, between each of us and Gaia, I call out to those who reside within this Gaian womb, to those who make their home here. And I invite them, if they wish, to step forward and to speak with us through me, as and when they wish to do so. For so long, there are those in the surface world who have attempted to bring about a guilt in you for the releasing of that which no longer seems to suit you. They ask you, they encourage and implore you to grip onto the old with fingers clenched so tightly that your knuckles have gone to white, so tightly that your very hands themselves begin to pain, begin to shrink away and to become arthritic and sore, eventually meaningless, useless, because they clench so hard that they can no longer move with flexibility and with freedom. You must understand that those who wish you only to hold on, those who wish you to feel a sense of guilt at your desire to release, those who tell you that such a release is selfish, they do not do this for the good of any but themselves. They do this for they know that as you are heavy and burdened, you cannot move freely. You cannot give the whole of your inspiration, the whole of the radiance that is your own, the whole of the great love that resides within you, the great love that was always an intention of humanity, back to this earth. Instead, you will be polluted, burdened, toxic in some sense. What you are asked to release is that which may feel all of those things to you, and yet to those who will take from you, it feels anything but. It feels like joy. It feels like the greatest and deepest of food. It feels like life force and like beauty. How selfish humanity has become, that it feels, it knows entirely its own place in the system of life that is Earth, without stopping for a moment to see how it is connected. Nothing about your own process, nothing about the way that your body and your mind and your heart work has come about by accident. It comes about because this is the natural order of things. What place does the human have within a world were we to scale back everything? For the human's place in that situation would be no more or less important than that of a tree, of a porcupine, of another animal, of a river. Every species has its own role to play in the great tapestry of life. And if we scale back from the potential place that we now find ourselves in, where humans have come to dominate, a place that I know so many of you disagree with, we must remember that every human process in the natural order of things has within it a purpose. A part of that purpose is to balance. Humans came to be long after so much of the other life upon this planet. What was the purpose of that? To rebalance the equilibrium. Of course, we understand that humans as a grand species have taken it too far to another direction. We know this. But that does not mean we must undo all entirely. It means simply things must change. The fundamental ways in which societies operate and work must change. But the processes of your own body, the processes of your own heart, they do not need to change. You must only come back to the fundamental principle of what it is to be human, to play your role in the great tapestry of life, to take your place as a steward of Earth, as a guardian of Earth, as a participant in Earth. If each and every human were to do this, the world would change in the most nourishing and successful ways, the world herself would thrive. We sit here, my fellows and I, the very first humans ever to set foot upon the earth. Our consciousness is held within the very heart of the earth. We hear the stories of all of the generations that have come after us. We hold the stories that go all the way back to our very first steps upon the earth and indeed beyond. We hold the stories of the animals in our bones. We hold the tears of the plants within our hearts. We hold the dreams of the birds within our souls. And here is the secret, my friends. We are not alone in any of this. You hold it all. And the way to connect, the way to remember, the way to burn the fires around and within you that only your own heart and soul and hands and eyes and mouth can burn, is to let go of that which no longer serves, to let go of that you have held on to through guilt or shame or fear or dread. Let go of it all now and feel it being taken from you. Feel yourself giving it to Gaia. Hear my brothers and sisters as they move around you in this womb of this earth. Hear the beat of their drums, that is the beat of their hearts, that is the stamping of their feet as they call to what is within you and needs to be released. Hear it and allow it to move from your body, to move from your bones, to move into the earth beneath you, and allow her to take it all, every last bit, until you can be free and the earth can be nourished. And with this, my friends, we hand over and we allow the second aspect of this evening's ceremony to unfold. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. So as we stay in this beautiful dark depths together now, tare sendulu atarani kuna lahi, and swara sequala shetro tuala hindia kuo, avrase kuala she na ha karate kuna lekia kautarata wa yatatanda. Helotto atakera sivo lo shua secura sekiala shanaka. Herotto tonuata ki amata lushi tenuata kera sola sho. Asanda hiakota he. Dare tuata la indu kuate nane yamatale turu tua sekia sekunwa tale. Amata kereni ki aketa tainda. Iotara wala kera se na lema shun wataki. Aia va se kula she wasera natai ki atela she urosotai ken. Andotara mai le she wasahia ke. Andata hira she la shavara se kuase ki ande. Amatai ki la she vrasasai. Hanata keta hera sekuno totoi ha sakeanata. Asentahi. So as we sit in this beautiful, beautiful dark space together, matenge atekia se, the guides are telling me matarahi okunua takia ke, about the birth of this consciousness, muandata kia kela shehe, of this beautiful, beautiful planet of ours. Matatahi o kondo ata kira siake. And as humans, Malaysia ke so wahikia, our greatest desire, matarante kuna hiake, is to keep tuning into this consciousness and to expand Orotuana tahiake, our own connection, malasekura siake, to the wisdom that is held within the darkness of this planet. Manduatara hiakolasha, hisundoa hiake. But we have not allowed ourselves mosundwa tatahiake to go into this darkness mataioko for such a long time, motuatatahiake la shanda hiake, because the structures that is above the ground matalahio toranmuatakiake have told us matalahiande that we cannot matatahioko rasiase, cannot go there, matulahia kurasiase, that we do not understand, motuatahiake, that we are not strong enough, motulaware kiake, to understand and take this, moturatakiate, and turn it into something very, very beautiful, muandatahiake lasha, that serves everything, muandasiku. And as you release tonight, matahiake, these gifts of yours, matutahiake, back into the earth, malashundwa sahiake, harasesiate yandahiako. She is asking you, matalahiata, to come on this journey with us right now, matunda hiokutarahi, to tune into the consciousness of the depth of the earth, mutuatahiake, to allow ourselves to experience the opening of this again, mutuatahiake, because this becomes a pathway, mututahiake lashata, between us, matotahiaka, the depths of us and the depths of her, mutuatahiake, and this relationship that we have with her can then become one, mututahiake, of mutual giving and taking in a constant stream, in a constant flow of energetic connection, matutahiake loshundohaikiake. But because we have been living above on the surface for so long, we have forgotten that this is actually our natural connection with her, from the depths of our consciousness back to her consciousness again. Mutuatahiake. So tonight, as we gather here in this beautiful darkness with her, masundahiakualashe, we allow ourselves to open up the portal ways, mutuatatahiake, that allows us, matahiake, to hear the depth of her again, deep within our own hearts, within our own souls. Muasaki anduata. So as we sit here together tonight, muala shendoiake, in this beautiful darkness, matatahiokun, I want you to take a moment, matarahioko, to reconnect into your beautiful brain right now, and journey with me right into the front of your brain, muala shundoaia kerasiante, as we bring through malahiandarasiurotahiaken, the energies and the codes of reconnecting, maratahindalahua hirasiake, the energetics matalahiandaratatahioko, that is needed within matarahiakelesha, our conscious mind, matarahiake, to move us right to the back of our ancient minds again. Mula sakuara sakiakenda hiake. So as we move now, maratakiate, into sending this energy, malahiokura senda hiake, straight from the heart of Gaia, matalahiangera siake, right into the front of our brains right now. Mutuanda taila shunda wakera nahi, alashanda hiakera sahia kotorunua, ilashanda maakara sekiata lahia tenda, Hirosekiake, and releasing and giving back motora tahiake, the restrictions that have been placed on our consciousness, matrona wahiake alashanda hiake, andata hiakara se alashanda. Asunduatala imba kia korata ke, as we open up, open up, open up. Motuata ke la shanda ke rasa ke, and we allow the impulses marasi kurasia ke to start sparking in the darkness again. Malasha turunwata kia la patekenda kia ke rapatata torotoduanda ke ke. And as we move this now through the center of the brain, motola utara kutara na itia patata. Erasikia patarayata kia kakele ke, right to the back, maturutuata ke, masala ke, to the doorway, mata iorata karaba itarayanda tahia, back into the ancient brain, maturuata la ia paratakia titatana hioku, handata la shuturu na ikia patakiki apatak atakia sekurata kerakia ke la shanda, herasia ma sakua, helishia vasekura na ita la ia watana, hemate kura te kiate, and allow that flow of the sparks matoia kerata hiata to activate exactly what it needs to activate mitakia ke rosa kia kiki kenda kia for you right now. Halashindu toro to wata ia kerama ile shondo harasa kia tara ana uata la yatana iata ana tora ia ke asuna wa ela shekura sekunda hia ke rasia sen hasanda hia ke. And as we take that beautiful energy, run it right down our spines, matahio kundua tata hikialata, all the way back, right down to the bottom of your spine, and see that energy from the bottom of your spine literally going into the earth right now. Handua tala hiakera senda hiake, hooking you back into the consciousness and the energy flow of her. Antotana hiakera sunda hiakua, deep, deep, deep into the consciousness of her right now. Handuata I la shekura na ikirikiaka tai ongarata kiala I inda wata kirana amake roshotona hiake. Halashunda wata iakera sa yangata patakulunu ata kira hishanda he. Halala iratarama kurata iake inda kiake. Hashunda la iratahi nahi 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 wata I kiate. Asuna wata la emata kirikio kwata kiandesa takindahi. Ulu chatara wa sekuna wa heshonda hiakera seanda takiake. And the gifts that are held within the consciousness matara hiakero sanda hiake, that are stored matala hiake for each and every one of you, matura hiongola shakerakiake asanda hiakero shate. You need to understand matahiokola shanda hiake, that there are frequencies matatahiondatahiake that will resonate with you, matotahiake, and some of them might not resonate with you, maolahiokondaqata, but on a soul level, matahiokorasinguatake, you know exactly which ones are meant for you, matoratahiokondao. So take a moment as we sit in this beautiful darkness, Handuatahiake, fully connected, hotonahi, this expansive darkness of her. Wala shundahia korasakiane. And take now a moment, motuanda take shatahioko, to send gratitude. Handuatalahiki ande, to her, Patanahiake, for inviting every single human back to her. Anduatataha la chotorotonuatakiake, alakiako, sending that gratitude, Andutatahioko rasiase, back to her. And sunduatahiaka, feeling that in your energy field expanding. Anduatataela shunuatakiala, heratahiande, feel that beautiful sense. O taiokotata of connectedness to her, Anduatatahi kialasha, knowing that we are working together. Anduatatahiake, knowing halaiokotarahia, that every breath, every step, Andutaiokotarahiakolahiake, is in line matutanahiakoraseke with her. Natotahia kotalahiake. None of this is wasted. Matatahiande. None of this. Euturutotahia kotahiake. Halashata. This beautiful symbiotic relationship otoratahiake, that we can reclaim again. Matuandatahiake. Taisanda. She will always be the great mother. Matunataki. She will always be the one that birthed all of us. Moandaiake. She is the birth of the consciousness of this planet. Motuandahiakotanahiake. So allow yourself to be held, Motuandatahiake, and to be in gratitude for this mother. Matanakuataki. Asandahiake. Alashotoroto. Allow yourself to love and be loved. Motuatata. Allow yourself to hold and be held. Motuatata nayoko. Alashutrona watekenda. Hasita indake. Rotrawa ia nekuna matelo shwasekin. Tredreki lashande. Zaita enda hikia la otra ia wanda kerosa kinna isheleshatwa. So as we now matatahia keto lashakiate, bring our energy back into our body again. Matua takiake lashendahiake. Back into this beautiful, beautiful 3D body, Atanake. As we take a moment now to thank all of the energies today, Mataikian, the wise ones, Matahioko, the great mother, Malesho Sahiake, your beautiful soul, Bayunduata, your beautiful human, Anduata Tahe, Lasundahe Kiate, and take a moment just to thank every single force of energy that guided and led us tonight. Matatahindahiake. So as you now bring all of your awareness back into your body, I want you to become aware of your feet and your toes and every single part of you. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your brain. Become aware of the pathways within you that is tuned back into the depth of this beautiful planet. Hanga sekorayate. So much happiness, so much joy for this. Wala sendo kuaikian. So as you return to your body now, come back, making sure that every single bit of you is back. So as we weave ourselves into this reality of 3D again, as we thank all of the beautiful energies, we close our circle now with so much gratitude, and we ask for matahiake, divine guidance, protection, and light as we walk out of the darkness right now. Asandahioko. So as I close the circle, misandahi alochakwe asandaherashe avatreko la senda mareko rase avasarekuasen hialeshono ataka. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A deep breath in and out as you take a moment to bring yourself back into your body right now. Gently opening your eyes and allowing yourself to come back.
I feel like what I don't know about you, Yolandi, but what I need to say from that, other than please go gently with yourself after that because it was massive. All of you, not just Yolandi. What I really feel like I need to say from from that is, as this was all coming through, what I kept feeling was what we are doing here. And I'm not going to be grandiose enough to say that everything changes. I'm not that girl. But what we are doing here in this project, this is a gateway day. This is a point after which things change. And you know, those of us who are here and are choosing to shake off those old structures, are choosing to reawaken those old parts of our brains, things change from now. So just don't be surprised if things do feel different when you wake up tomorrow morning. Don't be surprised if things are a little bit different moving forwards. That's okay. That's all in good working order, if you like.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel like that was like, yeah, big. I felt like I couldn't even speak. I was just like, all of this stuff. It was beautiful. I'm so grateful. And I feel like it's just, this is the time now where we need to take this relationship with her serious. Like, this is no more fucking around. Like just, you've chosen this path. You want to do this. So step up now. This is your time. She's waiting for us. She's literally like standing there going, I'm inviting you all back into this deep consciousness. So please take it. Take today and just put it in your heart and walk this path because
And
it
you
is so beautiful.
let's stop pretending that to be on that path means we have to do all of the things. There are things that you will want to do, there are things that you can do. But actually, really, the most powerful way that any of us can be on this path is by being, is by being us. I'm going to go back to that line I say all the time: you're a human being, not a human doing. The clue's always been in the name. So be who you are, be who you have always been, be who you were meant to be, because that's where the power is, that's where the power comes.
Yeah.
Things went wrong when we stopped, when we forgot that. Now it's time, it hasn't gone for good. We've just forgotten to remember it. So now it's time to remember it. Be you.
Yeah. And listen. Like I keep here, just listen. Like if you do, you can't hear. If you be, you can listen. And this is the key. And this is what we keep forgetting. Get still. Go be still and listen. Because there's magic in listening. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So until next month then. Yeah. That's it.
Next month. Now we have quite a hectic month going on next month, so we're not entirely sure yet when we will be with you next month. There's quite a big month going on for Project Earthquake. But bear with us. We will be back with you as soon as we can.
Yes.
As Yolandi said, or as we both said, check out Glastonbury for September. We would absolutely love to share in the space with you. And if you enjoyed this, like it, share it, subscribe, all of the things. Equally, give us a comment. Let us know how you found this over on the YouTube video, on our Instagram page, wherever it might be, in the Facebook group. Give us a comment. Let us know how you found this. Let us know how you are finding that relationship with the earth right now.
Yeah.
We would love to hear.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, watch out for some photos of the three of us together as we are making a plan this month to do some big work together. So yeah, you will see our three beautiful faces together at the end of the month. And yeah, so we will see how things go, but we are definitely here for the equinox. So we will be for the solstice. Listen to me, I'm like all equinox. We'll be here for the solstice. Summer solstice, we are here. So if you, but we'll keep you guys up to date, and just look out for our faces on socials. We will be together, and we'll be making some land magic this coming month. Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really grateful for every single one of you. Like Karen said, just share and please tell people about the project and get involved and come and see us in Glastonbury, please. We'd love to have you there. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Lots of love. Thank you.